Hey guys, what is going on? This is car number 5, and today is Monday, so we have another challenge of the week. This will be challenge of the week, week 14, and it features Robinson Cano going up against Jeff Locke, 2013 All-Star. Okay, that's a really interesting challenge. It seems like Jeff Locke out of all people, but the thing that'll be cool about this, it'll be lefty on lefty, so these tips should definitely be somewhat unique, and they actually help you guys a lot because I know lefty on lefty is very, very difficult, and I feel like I'm pretty adequate lefty on lefty, so I have some good tips for you guys. But first, let me talk about some of the prizes. Top 25 users, of course, will still get a prize. First place, you'll get a Josh Donaldson baseball bat, autographed baseball bat. Second place is 320 standard packs as usual. Third place, 310 standard packs. Fourth place, 20,000 stubs. Fifth place, 10,000, and then 6th through 25th is 5,000. So if you're a good player, even if I don't want to get into that if you're good or not, but even if you're somewhat good at challenge of the week, you should be doing this every week, guys, because 5,000 stubs, you do this every week, that adds up. I've been doing it every week, usually just one time, a couple times, and trying to get in the top 25, and I've been getting a lot of stubs from it. I know 5,000 doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, it adds up over time. So anyways, those are the prizes. Next, I think we're gonna go over some of the attributes and the pitches Jeff Locke throws, and some of Robinson Cano's attributes. And then after that, we'll go into a challenge that we can actually give you guys some pointers. So stay tuned for that. All right, so we're on Daddy Leagues. We're going to look at Jeff Locke right here. He does have 5 pitches. Oddly enough, he has a 2-seamer and a sinker, both 90 miles an hour. Both have about the same break. The sinker will, dive down and in a little bit more, whereas the 2-seamer is more lateral. But he also has a circle changeup, knuckle curve, and a 4-seamer. So his fastballs are all going to be around 90 miles an hour. He does have a 4-seam at 91. His circle change does not have much break on it, but it can go down to 78 miles an hour. So that might be the pitch to try to weed out and definitely pay attention to. And then he has a knuckle curve at 81 miles an hour. Knuckle curves are usually pretty easy to pick up. It doesn't have very much break on it, so I don't think that'll be too bad of a pitch. He doesn't have a slider, so that's good. So basically 3 fastballs, a circle change, and a knuckle curve. His per 9s are pretty bad. 60 hits per 9, 55 K per 9. Walks per 9's at 53, so he might be a little wild. Next, we're going to go to Cano. Against lefties, he's not too great. 66 and 56. He also has 70 plate vision. I think his PCI, it won't be too small though because Jeff Locke has pretty bad per 9s. So those are the 2 players involved. Next, we're going to go into challenge of the week and see what this is all about and give you some pointers, so stay tuned. Alright, so here we are in the actual challenge of the week attempt. I've already done the first out. I got 6.2 million, really 6.3 million on my first out. So some things I've noticed. And we'll talk about the bonus progressions right now. I think the bonuses at the bottom, 6 times All-Star and free pass to Mercer Island, are really the ones you want to focus on. Collecting 24 hits, as long as you keep putting the ball in play and 1 out. Actually, it's through the session, so it carries over. Those are pretty easy to accumulate and compile over a whole entire session. So if you could do that 4 or 5 times, maybe, that'll definitely something to look forward to. It's only 2,000 times 2, so it's nothing too crazy. And you can see I already got that twice. The free pass to Mercer Island, basically collect 4 balls within a strike. I got that 4 times in my first out. That definitely adds up. So for every 4 balls you get, that'll be a times 8 multiplier. And then, actually, it'll be a 10 times multiplier with the 2,000. So 2,000 times 10. And then the ones at the top, I actually did achieve a few times. So they're not too bad either. The one on the top left, hit 2 home runs within a strike, is a little bit more difficult. But basically, you want a power swing on like rookie and veteran, and I'll show you guys what to do with your PCI here in a second. And then the one on the right, collect 1 of each hit type within an out. That is pretty obtainable too, as long as you get a few home runs of Cano, which isn't really too bad. I even got a few contact swinging. As long as you pull it down the line, it's really short. It's a Sphako field, so if you pull it down the line, you can hit him out. And you can see I got that 3 times, and you'll get the other ones, deep fly line drive weak hit. You'll get those eventually if you just keep using contact. So here we are in a new out. I think I've seen 2 pitches, and we're still on rookie. So here's what I like to do: start the PCI in, and there's a home run for you guys right there. I like to either start it in. I feel like it helps you hit the fastball a little bit better, or just leave it in the middle. But when I keep it in, I'm still looking to keep my hands back. I'm not trying to swing super early because you still have to respect that circle change. And that was the one pitch I swung and missed on in the first out. So the circle change is really the only pitch. Knuckle curve super easy to pick up. Then he has 3 fastballs that don't break very much, like right there. He doesn't throw them too often. He doesn't hardly ever throw his 4-seamer, but 90% of the pitches you get are going to be fastballs. Every now and then you get a knuckle curve or a changeup. Changeup's really the only one I feel like can get you. So if you start your PCI middle in like this, make sure you still keep your hands back and you still want to, stay back on the fastball and give yourself a chance to read it. That way, if it is a changeup, you can at least, foul it, pull it foul, or whatever, stay back on it and drive it. I think that was a changeup too. Once you get to All-Star, there's another home run. That was a normal swing. Once you get to All-Star or 2 strikes, I recommend to start contact swinging. All right, we don't have any strikes right now, so we could start contact swinging because we already got a few home runs. All right, so there's a strike. We might go ahead and start contact swinging to protect our active score. But yeah, I've also found that starting your PCI middle in like this, and if you guys watch my lefty on lefty video, this is what I like to do a lot of the time, especially against hard throwing lefties. Against Locke, you don't have to. You can leave it in the middle if you feel more comfortable doing that, but I like to start it all the way in. I feel like you just drive the ball a lot better. I feel like if you just keep it in the middle, you get jammed a lot more and you don't drive it as much, so you don't get those deep fly balls or line drive multipliers. Like right there, I'm just hitting a lot of line drives. All right, so we're at Hall of Fame. We're gonna go ahead and start contact swinging because stuff can get crazy at Hall of Fame. Ooh, see, that was the middle in. That was a good pitch, but at least I fouled it off. I want to at least get the Hall of Fame or legend for you guys. Ooh, I was way late. But that's okay. If you contact swing, you'll be okay. Like right there, I wasn't even on it, but I was probably just enough. There's a high pitch. But basically, by doing this, you're going to get yourself a few home runs, and it's going to help you progress towards some of those bonuses. Like right there, that is this reaction. If you keep your PCI middle in like that, you still have plenty of time to go to the outside and react, and either foul them off or go oppo. That's inside. And that's what I'm talking about. I was early, but that's okay. I picked up fastballs just early. That's kind of dangerous, though. You want to make sure you stay back a little bit. Alright, that should get us to legend. Alright, so we got the legend. I'm going to go ahead and stop it there. But yeah, so definitely go for the bottom 2. Pretty obtainable. But also, don't rule out the fact you can still hit home runs of contact. I've already hit about 6 or 7 home runs of contact swing by doing the PCI placement, in which I just illustrated to you guys. So at the end of the video, I'll show you guys my final score and where I'm at on the leaderboard, so stay tuned for that. Alright guys, so we're back. I did pretty good on the second out. The last out, I got just kind of bored and lost focus. Not to make excuses, but that's usually the case. I mean, I do like this challenge of the week, though. It's a little bit more difficult, but it's really not that hard. I still think my score will definitely be broken, just like every week. The problem is I usually just give up after the first day. I just can't do these, like one guy already has 15 attempts. I just can't do that, man. I like the mode every now and then, but I don't want to play it all day. But anyways, I did get the top score. So takeaway on those tips I was using, the first out, I got out by a circle change down and away, and I was holding my PCI in, so you can be vulnerable to that. So guys, when you hold your PCI in, you want to make sure you are respecting the changeup. You almost want to look changeup, because if you're holding your PCI in, you're not going to get burnt by an 89, 90 mile an hour fastball. When I went back to just kind of keep my PCI in the center, I got burnt a few times by sinkers, middle in or high in, that were borderline strikes, and I reacted late to them. So I still think holding the PCI middle in is pretty good. You can hold it all the way in, or you can hold it slightly in. I feel like if you hold it all the way in, it gives you better range of motion, because you actually have your thumb to the side of the stick and you're pushing it all the way over, rather than having your thumb on top and just having it just inside a little bit. But anyways guys, some of the bonuses, I got the home run thing. I got actually 4 times. A lot of that was early in the outs when I was just power swinging all along the watchtower. I got that a few times by just getting some cheap contact swings. Now those are throughout within an out. The other one's within a strike, so it's a little more difficult. So you want to power swing early down to get those. It just helps get your active score up quicker, basically. It's not really necessary to go for that first a blast of the pass bonus. Along the watchtower, if you guys keep fighting pitches off, eventually you guys will probably hit a few out with contact. And the ones at the bottom left and bottom right, I think are much more obtainable. The bottom left, I got 25 or 5 times, 24 hits throughout the and played throughout the session. I believe I could do a little better on that one. And the bottom right one is amazing. It helps a lot if you just see pitches and you lay off the junk. If it's borderline swing, but if it's not, lay off. Anyways, I hope these tips have helped you guys. This is Cardinal Bird 5 signing out. Peace.